Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Sam from AI Everyday, and today I'm going to show you how to use Grok for beginners. So, it is pretty much just like ChatGPT and all the other LLMs, but with a little bit of a twist. Grok, unlike the other ones, is using real-time data. It doesn't have a knowledge cutoff, and it's not trained on data from a couple weeks ago or a couple months. It is giving you data from right now, right this current second. It even pulls from things like Twitter, Reddit, etc. And its sourcing abilities are awesome. So let's dive in and show you how to use it right now. So firstly, to use Grok, you need an X account. Without that, you're not going to be able to use it at all. So go make yourself an X account, formerly Twitter, and you're going to be good to go. So you can either go to grok.com or you go to Twitter, and then there's a Grok tab right there and you can start chatting. So once you're in Grok, you're going to see something that looks just like this. You've got your research feature, create images, edit images, personas, workspaces, the deep search, deeper search, and think. So there's a lot here, and it can be a little overwhelming. So let's break it all down. So first, we have the upload image file. If you've watched my past tutorial or any of the other videos, you should know how to use this pretty simple. So you upload a file, and it basically gives your chat context on what you want to do. Or say it's an image file, you can ask it to edit or put the image in as an ad, etc. That's about all you need to know for uploading files for now. So let's move on to deep search. This is basically like the search and deep research features on ChatGPT, but kind of on steroids. Deep search is like in between the search feature and the deep research feature on ChatGPT. So it's pretty good. And deeper research, it's honestly even better than ChatGPT's deep research for certain topics. And these are both for free with the basic level Grok. So that's pretty awesome. And just a quick summary in case you don't remember what the search feature from ChatGPT does. This basically connects your chat or the current context window to the internet, giving it all the context it needs. So instead of just basic context that you've fed it or that the AI has, it is able to search the internet and get additional context from that window. Or say you're asking it for research on a specific topic, it's going to search even harder with the level you specify, obviously. It puts more compute power into actual research than into thinking or other things when you specify that. This is also going to take longer to give you an output because it's actually going through more steps. All right, and then now that we're talking about the model taking its time a little bit, let's move on to the think section. Think basically asks the model to take its time a little bit and reason, just like on ChatGPT. You're going to see it reason through steps, take its time, recheck things. This is really great to make sure you're getting the best results as possible. All right, so now let's move on to this tab down here. This tab basically is going to help you specify the context for your prompts. So say you're doing research for a university or whatever you want to do research for. Basically, by clicking this, it's going to help specify that you want research data. You're not looking for some definitive quick answer. You're looking for as much information as possible so you can either develop a paper, work on your project, etc. When clicking on this, this activates deep research and types in research keyword, which is going to help give context to your prompt and get you what you need. So deactivating that, then create images. Same thing, it puts in draw, and then we'll start you on the right path of generating an image. You can switch that out for generate image or create image, and it's still going to do the same thing, but its keywording there is draw. So edit image basically brings you into its image editor. Now, this is different from a lot of other AIs. They don't have this yet. While it is almost the same as some features within OpenAI or some other models where you just ask it to change it, this is even better. So it gives a direct image edit instead of a new generation. So let's test it out real quick and see what it can do. Here's the thumbnail from one of my recent videos on another channel. Let's ask it to change the color scheme and make it a little more bright, make it pop more. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie here, this is pretty bad compared to certain other ones. I'm sure it would work good for certain things, but it's changed my face here and all the faces on the me's in the background, pretty messed up. We're gonna move past that feature. So let's go back to a fresh chat and move on to personas. So this is a pretty cool feature, especially using the voice mode in Grok. Just like giving a job or a specific task to the AI within the context prompt, you can ask it to, say, be an unhinged comedian, a loyal friend, a homework helper, not a doctor. They have to say that, but a doctor, basically, giving you helpful advice, not a therapist. It would be a therapist, and yeah, etc. So by clicking this, it assigns a role to your AI. The difference in between these and just specifying a role within your prompts on other apps, these are dialed in. They've been coded and tested in order to be pretty much perfect. Like the flirtatious model on voice, if you haven't seen some of the examples floating around on Twitter, pretty crazy. All right, I'm back. Forgot to do the screen recording, so I had to go back and get that ready. So let's move on to workspaces, a new thing that's been added to the base level plan for Grok. So basically, we go to new workspace or create a workspace if you've already got a couple going. And basically within this, you can have multiple conversations and multiple attachments all in one place. So say you're a content creator working on a big project or just working on multiple projects. This is going to be perfect for you. You can have all of your captions in one spot or all of the conversations you've worked on for one video in one area to quickly go back to search. This is basically like a folder to keep all the work that you've done for that AI in one place. Pretty awesome. Another great feature of workspaces is it gives the ability to add instructions across all the prompts. Instead of needing to input instructions into each and every prompt, you can give universal instructions. So say you don't want things like hashtags or so say you don't want things like hashtags when you ask for tags. This is a pretty common issue I run into. When you're tagging a video for YouTube and you ask for tags from an AI, it's gonna input out, obviously, tags with hashtags, and that's not something you want. So you could go into the instructions tab here and input an instruction like, boom. So, and I even added the separate them with commas, so it will easily copy into the YouTube tagging system. So let's test this out now. All right, and perfect. Obviously it listened because it's in the instructions there, but just like I would have wanted. And if I were to copy this over to ChatGPT right now, I will show you, it will not give me that same result. Image from our last video, make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Well, it has gotten better, that is for sure. ChatGPT also gave me a nice copyable output, but it is using also my main account, and I've hammered it enough times telling it, remember, it probably has a contextual understanding of that now. So let's go back over to Grok and create a new chat. I think that's just about everything you need to know. So we can go over some of the features on the Grok Super Plan just before we end the video, because why not? So basically, you can get a ton of features from Grok Basic and pretty much any other free AI plan. If you're not an AI power user, there's very little need to actually upgrade. But if you made it this far in the video, let's take a look at what you could gain from going to that next plan. So just like most AIs, you're getting more queries per time. Even though we get almost full free access to the AI, we're actually limited after a certain amount of time. So if you're a power user, like I said, and you're using it consistently, they're gonna limit you and they're gonna say, no more. So this gives you a higher usage per amount of time. Also, same for image generation. If you're generating tons of images, you're gonna get capped out pretty quickly on that free plan. But this gives you 100 images per 2 hours. It's not bad. Even better memory, a much higher context window, which is gonna improve its prompting, which is going to improve its output without you really having to input, which is going to improve its output without you really having to improve your input to a certain extent. extended access to thinking, deep search, and deeper search. So basically, if you are using the features and just the app itself quite a bit, it's going to be something you want to consider. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Hopefully I covered everything you need to know so you can get into Grok and start using it. All right, and if I didn't cover anything in this video that you really think I should have, or there's something else that you want to know, make sure you leave it down in the comments below and I'll be sure to make another video or I'll get back to you in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more AI tutorials every single day. And thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your days. Take care.